That is our Caribbean jerk chicken salad with roasted vegetables and a creamy, zesty mayo dressing. Vibrant. The smell coming off of this, and the chicken is so juicy. Absolutely delicious. Almost looks grilled too. Love the air fryer. One of my favorite things to use is the air fryer. Yum, yum, yum. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Looks so delicious. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to Anlex TV, where flavor meets soul. My name is Annie B, and in today's video, we have two things going on. First, I know you saw the little clips in the beginning. I know you read the caption. Today, we are making Caribbean jerk chicken salad. Yes, so we're going to have deliciously air-fried chicken breast that is jerk seasoned. Okay, we'll get more into that into the video, with roasted vegetables. We'll have roasted carrots, roasted sweet potato. So we're gonna have a nice little sweetness to it, and then a really delicious dressing using mayo, lime juice, and just vibrant, fun flavors, perfect for the summertime, perfect for the warm weather. So we're gonna get into that recipe. And then two, we have a topic. In today's topic, we will be talking about cooking with Kaya and the hypocrisy of men. Yes, that's what we're gonna be getting into today. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. If you like cooking videos where we chat, have good conversation, and make good food, then this is the video for you. And I thank you for tuning in. So grab a seat at the table, because around here, we go beyond the plate. Okay. All right, I feel like this is a good or decent camera setup right here. Let me know what y'all think so you can see what I'm doing. Where I had it last week, during last week's cook, which was the Jamaican jerk fried chicken with the seafood quinoa fried rice, which was so good. Y'all, that meal was so good. Please go check out that video if you have not already. Also, we are close to 4,000 watch hours, which means that we are also close to being able to run ads on our channel, which means cha-cha-cha-ching. We have that money rolling in, which is always nice. It's always nice to put things out and get things in return, okay? We have our chicken breast here, as you can see. And I already went ahead, washed my chicken with cold water and vinegar, right? Let's get into it. So we have these big old nice chicken breasts, and then I have all these seasonings, including, of course, Jamaican Jerk Seasoning. This is one of my favorite brands of Jamaican Jerk Seasoning. I absolutely love this brand. Actually, let's put that on here first. Relax. And yes, this is seasoned well, but, you know, I still like to go in and add some extra seasonings just to give it a little extra zing, all right? So we're gonna add a good amount of this Jamaican jerk, and I'll leave a link in the description box if you want to try this jerk seasoning, okay? All right, boom, I finished that. Now I gotta buy more of that now. Then we're gonna go ahead and add some ground black pepper. Season your meat, y'all. Season your meat and season it thoroughly. I really love this complete seasoning because it's not too salty. So if you're someone who you shouldn't be consuming too much salt, I think this is a perfect alternative. You use this, don't use anything else, obviously, because you're trying not to use too much salt. But I really like it. It has great flavor because it has herbs and things in there. It's just a nice flavor. Very nice flavor and not too much salt compared to other seasoning salts. All right, we're gonna go with that. And then I have some onion powder. Some onion powder here. Oh, guys, and it does feel really good to be back from this break. I was so bored. We got garlic powder. I was so bored, you guys. I was missing cooking and chatting in the comments. Obviously, still been watching all of you guys' videos during it was a 2-week break. It was a 2-week break I took. And, of course, still enjoying all of your content. But I missed cooking and sharing it with you guys. I was still cooking. I cook every day. But I missed sharing it. I really, really, really did. So thank you to everybody who let me know that they will still be sticking around. I didn't have nothing to worry about. I could take my break and recharge. I needed that break. I really needed it because I like to stay busy. And when I stay busy constantly, as you can see, I was pushing out videos 6 days a week, and then I went to 7 days a week. when I'm doing that, it's almost like I'm distracting myself from something that I need to be focused on internally. Like there's a flaw or there's an internal issue that I'm having that I'm not confronting. And so I'm just staying busy so that I don't have to confront it. So once I stop moving, it all comes rushing out and it feels like I'm having a depressive episode. No cap. But it was very beneficial. It is, when I say it's so important to slow down and confront the things that you are trying to distract yourself from, it may hurt, but it takes strength. It takes godly strength. It takes that inner strength that you need to help you push through those emotions, okay? It's not easy, but it's beneficial. There's a lot of people who live their whole life and they never confront any internal issues or anything that they're struggling with. All right, so I added 2 things that I failed to mention because I was too busy talking. I added allspice, which is a staple Jamaican seasoning. It has a nice earthy flavor. I absolutely love it in my food. Love, love, love it. And then I bought this. This is salty, okay? So use it sparingly, okay? It's a nice seasoning though. It has onion, garlic, salt, cumin, and other spices in it. And then this is browning, which is gonna help not only add a little bit of flavor, but mostly for the color. Okay, jerk chicken should have a nice dark hue. And that is what it'll have. We're putting this in the air fryer. I can't wait to get like a grill, even if it's a over the stove top grill. And I do pray that you all are having a blessed day so far. I don't think I said that yet. I pray that you all are having a blessed day so far. All right, now let me get my handy dandy tongs. Let's do the chicken first because the chicken's gonna be in the air fryer for about 40 minutes, about 20 minutes per side. So, and yes, you season both sides of your chicken. This is how I'm gonna season both sides, by doing what I'm doing, mixing it thoroughly. All right, so the topic, right? If you're not familiar with Cooking with Kaya, she is a young, pretty young lady who cooks, and she tends to, what's the word people have been using? She's like pandering to men. So she does certain things to grab the attention of men and to rage bait. That's the truth. That is just the truth. But her food looks really good. She's a cook. She cooks in her kitchen, of course. Some people cook in their bedroom. So listen. Anyway, she her brother is her cameraman. She went to Streamer University, and she's been doing this for a few years now. And her channel has been doing amazing. I think I don't know if she just started on TikTok. She may have just started on TikTok and then has branched out, started doing collaborations and things of that nature. And she seems to be doing a really good job. She has her little slogan, Cooking with Kaya, and then she turns on, she does a little pop, 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 pop. She pops her booty and all that good stuff. She twerks. That's what it is, twerking. Sometimes I'm so old. She pops her booty. What? I'm only 35. Well, I'm saying only, but sometimes I do feel like I'm getting a little bit up there in age. Oh, shout out to Jill. Did your birthday pass? I'm not sure if your birthday passed, but I know it's coming up or it passed very recently. So happy birthday to you, Jill. Y'all, she's an amazing cook. Go check out Jill. I'll leave her link down in the description box. Also, Jadia, thank you for being our first member. Our first and only member, might I add. We appreciate you and thank you so very much, okay? All right, so anyway, back to Cooking with Kaya. So yeah, she says her little slogan and then she twerks and, you know, she makes her food does look good. Now, when I first heard about her, and I clicked onto some video that I guess was critiquing women. So when I first heard about her, it was because women were showing their insecurities. Some women were not though, okay? So I'm going to play the devil's advocate on that. So some women, right, she likes to say, like, you better cook breakfast for your man before I do. And there's like all kind of little, to me, weird stuff, right? That is her, that's her content. Her content is rage baiting women and pandering to men, which for me, you guys know that I'm about women empowerment to the best of my ability. And so something like that, obviously I'm not going to rock with that. I'm not going to agree with it. But also, yes, baby boy? Okay. Thank you, baby boy. All right. Let me get this in the air fryer. Stop playing with this chicken. When I first heard about it, it was because men were making videos talking about the insecurity of the women that were not in favor of Kaya's videos, right? So they were saying they didn't like that the things that she was saying, oh, you better cook for your man before I do, and little weird stuff like that, right? And Men were just focused on that, right? While women were saying, if this is the content that you push out so that you can make your money, if you don't mind lacking in integrity for you to bring in money, which I promise you, I'm not judging, because during this day and age, it is very hard to make it as far as you would like to on here social media while obtaining your integrity. It's harder. It's harder to do the right thing and make it. It's much easier to do things that rage bait, you know, it's just easier if you're not doing the right thing. When you're trying to do right, it's harder to make it sometimes. And that's the truth, because people glorify poor behavior. Okay, people glorify it. And at the same time, even people who say they don't like it, they're continuously watching, because it's almost like we're drawn to drama, we're drawn to negativity, we're drawn to gossiping. And I'm not excluding myself from this. Just the more aware of it you are, the better you can be like, why am I watching this? Let me go to something else. Something that's actually filling my soul, right? So it depends on what it is you're watching and if it at all is helping you to grow in some type of way. And sometimes there's things that we're watching that's doing absolutely nothing. So in her videos, you can learn how to make something. I've seen a few women say, oh, they've learned how to make, they followed one of her recipes and it was really delicious, and so on and so forth. And so that's awesome. The issue is, in my opinion, the way men were attacking women. That is what I found very strange, right? So a lot of men was like, oh, y'all jealous of her because she cooks? The girl is 24 years old. She's very pretty. She has a very nice body as well. And her food does look good, right? But I find it interesting that when a woman is sexualizing herself and using her body to get male approval and views, men, because they feel special, right? They're ignoring the fact that she's sexualizing herself. You'll see them on the other videos saying, oh, look at her, look how she's dressed, da 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 da. She probably grew up with a single mom. But when they feel special, like, oh, you putting down women for us, then I felt like that's where the hypocrisy was coming through. So they're saying, oh, y'all mad at her because she cooks. A lot of women on social media cook. A lot. Not a lot of them are sexualizing themselves for views. And like I said, here's a no judgment zone. I'm not judging. That is what is being done. So it's not a judgment. It is a fact that is what she's doing, right? Okay. Now, for the women that were feeling insecure, you have to check yourself. Everybody needs to take accountability, right? The women who were feeling insecure, you need to check yourself. You can't allow a young girl on the internet who's decided to twerk and wear skimpy clothes and cook for views. You can't allow that to make you feel funny about yourself. Still move with integrity. And the right man for you won't be swayed by something like that. Okay? Because he'll understand that he has someone at home that is loyal and that also represents the relationship well. Getting the chicken into the air fryer on 400 degrees, 20 minutes per side. And I lied. I said on 400, but really it's on 360 for 40 minutes, 20 minutes per side. All right. I'm trying not to make these videos too long, but I just got so much to say. Okay. All right. So that's where I felt like the men hypocrisy was coming from, right? Telling, I felt like they felt special by the things that she was saying. They felt like she was putting other women down and choosing them. The content is for them. So they're glorifying it. And now they're pretending like other women don't cook. There's a lot of women on here, like myself. A lot of us cook. Okay, and a lot of us aren't coming on here to show off our bodies in order to gain male attention. And the issue with that is when they turn on you, when they no longer feel special, what happens? Okay, so while Cooking with Kai was at Streamer University, there was a video that I don't know if it went viral or not, but I didn't even know she had a boyfriend. I thought she was single because of her content. But apparently she has a boyfriend, and there's a video that he saw with her dancing, you know, twerking, and a guy slapping her behind. So this brings me back to what I was saying, right? If that is something you're willing to do for clicks and views of men, then there's no telling what else you would do. Sometimes people are so short-sighted that they can't think outside of feeling like they're the center of attention. I feel like that's where men fell into a trap, and that's where some women fell into a trap. Don't be concerned with someone who's sexualizing themselves for views. Don't concern yourself with that. You do what you got to do. You go whip up some food for your man at home. And if your man is getting swayed by her, then you need to reconsider the relationship, but not who you are as a woman. Okay? If you don't cook and you feel funny that she's saying that, then start cooking. That's it. It's really that simple. Sometimes jealousy can turn into inspiration. If you are jealous of something, then let it inspire you. If you are jealous of her body, start working out. If you are jealous of the fact that she cooks and you don't, start cooking. All right? But if in your mind you feel like your man is finding attraction to her over you, and he doesn't even know her, you need to reflect on that relationship. Point blank and period. So once the internet got wave of her cheating on her man, woo, did the men turn on her? Anyway, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually cut this in 3. So I have 2 carrots here. I'm gonna roast the carrots. I'm also gonna roast the sweet potato. This was getting old. We had this for a while, so I said let me use it and put it in a salad. And then I have some tomatoes here that we're gonna cut up. I have cucumber, and then we're gonna make a quick dressing. All right, so I'm gonna not really julienne these because it's not gonna be that small, but like big enough for you to bite it in the salad. Okay. And that's how I'm cutting that. Simple, nothing to it but to do it. This video might be a little long, but like that's why I said in the beginning of the video, if you like chit-chatting while, well, you know, I'm cooking and things of that nature, or we're cooking together, whatever it is that you're doing at home while you watch this video, then this is the video for you because I like to chit-chat, all right? And I do realize that someone said this to me before, like, your channel is not just about you. It is about me, but you're right. It's not just about me. It's also about the people that I'm putting the content out there for. But because I'm doing the work, I have to also feel fulfilled in the work that I'm doing. I really want to know what you guys think about all of this. I really, really want to know, right? Because now the men have turned on her, right? They no longer feel special now because now they feel like she's a cheater. So now they're all, you know, coming for her. And now when it's the men, she feels attacked. She posted a video of her, you know, shedding some tears and things like that. And I feel for her because sometimes you think something is a good idea. I'll be back. I'm going to get these carrots chopped up and then the sweet potato, and then we're going to get the ball rolling. All right, sweet potato time. So, yeah, you guys. I feel for her because, like I said, men are attacking Cooking with Kaya now after finding out that she had a boyfriend and was cheating. I didn't know she had a boyfriend. From the comments I read, other men didn't quite know either. But then to find out that they're not as special as they thought. And now you see the hypocrisy coming out. If she was creating content where she was sexualizing herself for views, why are you shocked that she was possibly cheating? That kind of, it's the character of the person that we have to be thinking about, right? And when you're young, you make mistakes. When you're an adult, you make mistakes. I've made mistakes in my 30s. Okay, I've made very poor decisions in my 30s, and I've had to live with that. All right, so the whole point I'm making is the person's character at the time, right? Because, of course, a lot of us grow, we change. Some of us slow down. After having my child, I definitely started to look at myself different and wanted to take accountability for my character. And I think that right now she's getting the opportunity to say, well, you know what? Maybe this isn't the right angle I should be going in. Maybe I shouldn't be sexualizing myself for views. Who knows? I just feel like there's nothing wrong with letting somebody know that the direction they are trying to go in doesn't benefit them in the long haul. I read this saying once from I'm going to cut these into like little bite-sized pieces. From a philosopher. I forgot the philosopher's name. But he said, the way he liked to think about if something is the right decision to make, you ask yourself, if everybody did this, would the world be a better place? And then you find your answer. And I love that. And I started to apply that saying, like, when I'm thinking to myself, like, is this something I should be doing? And I go, well, Annie, if everybody did this, would the world be a better place? And then I'm like, no. Or, yeah, it would be. You know, so, yes, she knew what she was doing. Yes, I think that it was a mistake to have that type of content geared towards rage-baiting women and pandering to men. But also, I get it. I understand when you put yourself in a situation to get ahead in life and it doesn't work out. I know what that feels like. It doesn't feel good. But hopefully she continues to make her delicious foods because her foods look great, you know. And if she is someone who works out, maybe she can incorporate her cooking with also, you know, her working out and all this other good stuff, because she does have a nice body. I don't know if she works out though. You know, sometimes some people just built like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now we have these roasted veggies. So now I'm gonna do is drizzle this with some oil. Or if you have olive oil, please by all means use it. I tend not to buy olive oil too often because it costs too much. It costs too much. You know when you have plants, a lot of plants in the house, which we have lots of plants, you start getting little gnats. I can't stand gnats because they just don't understand personal space. They just don't understand personal space. Okay? All right, so I added black pepper. I added the complete seasoning. I'm going to add some, we're going to mimic the same things that we put on the chicken with the exception of the jerk seasoning, the allspice, and all that. So we're going to add black pepper, the onion powder, garlic powder, and the seasoning salt. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to give that a toss. Boom, now I'm going to pop that into the air fryer. But this one is really old, so it's looking a little janky. Don't mind that, it works. It does what it needs to do, okay? All right, we're going to pop that in the air fryer now. This is going to be such a good salad. Such a good salad. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you think of this topic in the comment section. What am I saying? Let me know what you think of this topic down in the comment section down below. All right. Have you ever put yourself in a situation where you were doing things for male attention? I remember when I used to live in New York. This is like when I was in my 20s, really. Not in my 30s, really in my 20s mostly. I used to wear certain things for male attention. Like if I was wearing it to get the attention of males. In New York, it was easier than where I am now because it was a lot of men, very high populated. It's time to flip my chicken. Be right back. And then we're just gonna cut it like so. You could cut all your vegetables in any way that you like. Let me know what you've learned about yourself let me know what you've learned about yourself when you reflect on the fact that you used to seek male attention. All right, let me know if you at any point in your life were losing yourself to gain male attention. I think these kind of conversations are so important to have as women because you have to take accountability. Kaya needs to take accountability. The women who were actually feeling insecure about Kaya's content need to take accountability. And the men who were putting other women down just to big Kaya up because she was making them feel special need to take accountability. And they need to also confront the hypocrisy that now when they find out that she's cheated, now they have a problem. It's been a problem because it was a character flaw. Why weren't they paying attention to the character flaw? Don't know, okay? Let's chop up these tomatoes. I think that is the issue. People just lacking in decency all around, not just Kaya. I don't think that she's not a decent person. I think her actions weren't decent, which is not the same thing. All right, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna finish cutting up this tomato, and then we're gonna get into cutting up this lettuce. So you really have to understand that you deserve better, that you deserve to treat yourself better. Not just other people treat you better, but you have to treat yourself better. You have to move with integrity and not allow yourself to make poor decisions just for the sake of attention. And that is something all of us need to learn, not just women, but men alike. So, yeah, you know, it's not easy. This world we live in is not easy at all. Let me go rinse this off. And then, yeah, when I come back, we'll make this dressing really quick. Very, very quick dressing. And then we'll get into assembling our delicious Caribbean jerk chicken salad, okay, with roasted vegetables. I love mayo. Let me know if you guys like mayo down in the comments below. What's your favorite dressing for your salads? All right, so I'm going to use the juice of this, of these banana peppers. These are spicy. These are really good. This brand, I've never had it. So good. We're going to use the juice of that. And then I'm actually going to cut that up. We have that going. Okay, boom. I'm going to add a little bit of allspice, which will, you know, give it a nice rounded flavor because we got the zest from this. So it's zesty. I'm actually going to add a little bit of lime juice as well. Okay. Here's our lime. So cute. A good little squeeze. scallion. We're gonna add a scallion in there. Now we're gonna add some garlic powder, some onion powder, black pepper. Then I'm gonna add some complete seasoning, which is a seasoning salt, which we already discussed. You don't need too much salt, but you need a little. You can add a little sugar to further balance it out. Got my whisk. Look at that. Yum, yum, yum. Looks so delicious. Look at that. Look how good that looks. All right. So we're gonna cut this at an angle. It is juicy. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, it's hot, it's hot. Look how juicy that is. Yum. Okay. We could set the chicken to the side. Okay, a little Salt Bae. And then we're gonna go in with some tomatoes. A very simple salad, you guys. Very, very simple. Gonna be tasty. We have our cucumber. And like I said, this is so nice for the summertime. You got your Caribbean vibes. The dressing is nice and creamy. It reminds me of like a Caesar dressing, but 10 times better. 10 times better. Cooking is art. Use what you like and have fun with it. All right, so we have our dressing. And now we're gonna add our chicken. Okay. Super simple, but so delicious, y'all. Listen. Listen when I tell you. All right, so now I'm just gonna add a little bit of garnish, which is some scallion. And that's our salad. That is our Caribbean jerk chicken salad with roasted vegetables and a creamy, zesty mayo dressing. Vibrant. The smell coming off of this, and the chicken is so juicy. Absolutely delicious. Almost looks grilled too. Love the air fryer. One of my favorite things to use is the air fryer. Yum, yum, yum. Looks amazing. Very simple salad, but a delicious salad. This looks delicious. It tastes great. The carrots still have a nice crunch to them, which I really like. And they taste so good. The dressing is nice and creamy. I love a good salad. The chicken is nice and moist. Can you see that? Is it clear enough? Don't know. That chicken, boy. Woo! That chicken is so good. The sweet potato has a nice sweetness. A nice natural sweetness. So you don't necessarily have to add any sweetness to your dressing. The sweet potato and the carrot have a natural sweetness that'll balance out the earthy flavors, the zesty flavors, the little bit of sourness from the mayo. Very delicious. Absolutely. Definitely. Delicious. Let me know if you would try this salad. I don't want to talk no more. I gotta get off this camera. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to drop some comments down below about the topic. Let me know if you would try this salad. What's your favorite type of salad? This salad is bomb. You can't go wrong with this at all right? Anyway, I'm about to choke. I love you all. God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in. And peace. It honestly don't make no sense for the salad to taste as good. Don't make no sense.